Hey friends, thank you for joining me for this little vinyasa flow. I hope that after this practice you'll feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit calmer than you did when you started. Let's get straight into it, starting in a seated position, Sukhasana. You can place a block underneath the hips, just like I did there, to elevate the hips a little bit, and place your hands on your knees, on your thighs, wherever comfortable. Let's start by closing down the eyes, rolling the shoulders up, back, and down, releasing any tension in the shoulders. Grounding through the sit bones, and at the same time lengthening the crown of the head up to the sky, to the ceiling. And just start by noticing, how is your breath today? Is your breath rather shallow or fast? Or is it a little bit deeper and a little bit calmer already? Whatever it is, without judgment, just notice. And we're going to start deepening our breath together. Inhaling through the nose, filling the belly, the ribs expanding, and all the way up to the chest. And emptying through the mouth. One more time, inhaling, filling the belly, the ribs, all the way up to the chest, and exhaling through the nose. Good. Now notice if you feel already a little bit more centered, a little bit more present, you can blink open your eyes, and we're going to get started straight away. Remove the block to the side if you had one, and let's get into our tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. And we're going to start with a couple of wrist circles to the right. Really pressing down the index knuckle into the floor. Getting a little bit of movement into the hands, into the wrists. And let's reverse it to the left. Feel free to relax your neck, involve your spine as well if you want. Up to you how much movement you want to bring into the spine just now. Let's flip the hands, fingertips towards the knees, and start by rocking back and forth. We're trying to feel a little stretch in the forearms here, warming up the arms, the hands, the wrists. And let's start with a couple of rounds of cat-cow with the hands in reverse position. Inhaling to arch the spine, sit bones to the sky, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the upper back, push the floor away. Inhale, lift the sit bones, bring the chest forward, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale to tuck, round, and push the floor away. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, look down to the navel, rounding the upper back. Let's go back to a neutral position, index fingers facing forward, tuck the toes and sit back onto your heels. Interlace 10 fingers, bringing the palms to the chest. Exhale, push the palms out, rounding the upper back. Inhale, lift the palms up, opening through the chest. Exhale to round. Inhale to lift. Make sure you're not arching the lower back too much. You want to lengthen the tailbone to the floor. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, close. Inhale, open, release the clasp. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, squeezing those shoulder blades, and come back to your tabletop position. You can grab your blocks if you wish, place them underneath the hands to make your arms magically longer, and push back to your downward facing dog. You don't have to have the blocks here. They just help you work on that compression stepping forward. So if you do have them handy, I recommend trying to use them once in a while. And you can start moving just like me. Get as animalistic as you want. Spinning both feet to the right and then to the left. Lingering into the sticky spots. Moving as freely as you want for the first few breaths. And going back to center. Inhale, come up onto the tips of the toes. Roll the spine all the way forward to plank. Bend the knees, hover the knees off the floor. Press the hips back to our downward facing dog. Inhale, lift around the spine, waving the spine all the way forward. Exhale, bend the knees, lift the sit bones, push the hips back. waving back to down dog. One more time. Inhale, come up onto the tips of the toes. Roll all the way forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Press the hips back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come up onto the tips of the toes. Come all the way forward to plank. Exhale, bend the knees. Push yourself back. Inhale, come up onto the tips of the toes. Wave forward into plank. Let's do a couple of rounds of scapular push-ups, retracting and protracting the shoulders a couple times, warming up the shoulders. We're going to work on our shoulder stability. Shift the weight forward, bend the elbows, and lower as slow as possible all the way down. You can set the blocks to the side. Let's do a couple rounds of oscillating cobra. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower, really pressing the tops of the feet down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower, each time finding more space, pressing the pubic bone down, the glutes are active. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Reach the arms back, roll the shoulder blades back and down. Squeeze the shoulder blades like you've got an imaginary pencil in between the shoulder blades. Lift the upper body, lift the legs off the floor, lengthen the back of the neck. We're activating the whole posterior chain of the body. Set the hands down, tuck the toes, and push yourself back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come up onto the tips of the toes. Wave yourself forward to plank. Exhale, bend the elbows lower onto the belly. Inhale, peel the upper body off the floor. Lift into locust. Exhale, set the hands back down. You can place the hands onto the blocks. Press the tops of the feet down. Press your hands into the floor. Come up into our first upward facing dog. Exhale, push the hips back. Downward facing dog. Let's take a couple of deep breaths together here. Inhaling through the nose, filling the lungs up. And exhaling through the nose. One more time at your own pace, trying to lengthen the spine, lengthen the whole back line of the body, tilting the sit bones up to the sky. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, knee to the chest, step the right foot outside of the right hand, back knee down. Inhale, right arm up to the sky, opening to an easy twist, broadening through the collarbones. Exhale, right hand down, push the hips back, modified pyramid pose. Doesn't matter if the front leg doesn't straighten all the way. We're just trying to find some sensation. Inhale, bend the right knee, step the left foot outside of the left hand, active squat. Reach the hands forward. Exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, sit back down to active squat. Inhale, hands to the floor, look forward. Left foot back, right foot back to plank. Push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Step the left foot outside of the left hand. Back knee down. Inhale, left arm lifts up to the sky. Easy twist. Exhale, place the hand back down. Push the hips back. Modified pyramid pose. Notice the difference between the left and the right. Inhale, step the right foot outside of the right hand, active squat. Exhale, straighten the legs, contracting the glutes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sit back down. Hands to the floor, look forward, right foot back, left foot back to plank, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift heels, bend knees, look forward, step or hop straight into active squat, hips low. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up, grow tall. Exhale, sit back down. Inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step or hop straight to chaturanga. Push up on the same exhale, drop knees and forearms. Pull yourself through to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift heels, bend knees, look forward. Whenever you're ready, step or hop straight to active squat. Reach the hands forward, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, sit back down low, hands to the floor, look forward, step or hop. Your vinyasa, push up on the exhale, drop knees, forearms on the pause. Pull the chest through, roll the shoulders back and down, and push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, Lift heels, bend knees, look forward. One more time. Little hop straight to active squat. Reach the hands forward. Exhale to straighten. Inhale, reach the arms up, grow tall. Exhale to sit back down. Inhale, hands to the floor, look forward. Shift the weight forward as you jump back. Push back up to plank. Drop knees and forearms on the paws. Pull the chest through to up dog. And push yourself back to downward facing dog. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, knee to the chest. Step the right foot to the right thumb. Inhale, reach both arms up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Fold over the front leg, reaching the arms back. You're still onto the tippy toes of the back foot. Windmill the left, then the right arm, and settle into your warrior two. The back leg is nice and active. Each exhale, sitting down a little bit lower. Inhale, shift the weight back, Skandasana. You don't have to go as low as I am. Inhale, shift the weight back forward into your warrior two. Pivot onto the back toes, reach both arms up to the sky. Bring your right hand to your left thigh. Reach the left arm back, creating length. Exhale, drop the back knee down. Frame the front foot. Push the hips back. At the same time, reach the crown of the head forward and fold over the front leg, half Hanumanasana. Each inhale, lift the chest, create some space, and exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Inhale to lift, exhale, fold. Next, inhale, bend into the front leg. Press the top of the back foot down. Interlace 10 fingers onto your front knee. Press the hands into the knee to straighten the arms and lift the back knee off the floor, activating the front of that back hip. Frame the front foot. Step back to plank and your vinyasa. You've been here before, finding that consistency between the inhale and the exhale, and meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up to the sky. Exhale, knee to the chest. Step the left foot to the left thumb. Rise up, high crescent. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Reach the arms back. Fold, modified pyramid pose. Still high onto the tips of the toes of the back foot. Windmill your right arm first, and then settle into your warrior two left side. The back leg is active, lifting the inner arch of the back foot. Exhale to sit down a little bit lower. Inhale, shift the weight back, Skandasana. Exhale, sit back down into your warrior two. Pivot onto the back toes, reach both arms up, high crescent. This time, reach your left arm to your right thigh, and then slowly lower your right knee down to the floor. Frame the front foot, push the hips back, reach the chest forward, and fold over the front leg, Ardha Hanuman. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Inhale to lift, reaching the chest forward. Exhale, fold over the leg. Inhale, lift, create length. Exhale, fold. Next, inhale, bend into the front leg. Press the top of the back foot down. Interlace 10 fingers over your front knee. Press the hands into the knee. At the same time, lift the back knee off the floor. Release the back knee down. Step back into plank. And your vinyasa. Push up on the exhale. Drop knees and forearms. Pull yourself through to up dog, squeezing those shoulder blades. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do it one more time with a little bit more fluidity. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to the chest. Step the right foot to the right thumb. Inhale, rise up, high crescent. Exhale, fold, straightening the front leg. Windmill your left arm. Settle into warrior two. And next, inhale, sit back down, Skandasana. Exhale, warrior two. Pivot onto the back toes, high crescent. Twist, bring your right hand to left thigh and drop the back knee down. Push the hips back, Ardha Hanuman. Inhale, reach the chest forward. Press the top of the back foot down. This time, reach both arms up to the sky and release down. get into your version of Hanumanasana, straightening both legs, finding a little bit of activity. You can bring your hands or your blocks to either side of your body. You can even use your blocks underneath your hips. You don't have to go all the way down like me. Finding your version today without forcing, finding some sensation in your body. And then slowly coming back up, pressing your hands into the floor, pushing back into a three-legged dog. Pull yourself through to upward facing dog and push yourself back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to chest. Step the left foot to the left thumb. Inhale, rise. You're high onto the tippy toes of the back foot. Exhale, fold over the front leg, modified pyramid. Windmill your right arm and then settle into your warrior two. Inhale, Skandasana. Exhale, back to warrior two. Pivot onto the back toes, reach both arms up high, then twist, bringing your left hand to your right thigh, reaching the right arm back. Drop the back knee down. Frame the front foot. Push the hips back, Ardha Hanuman. Fold over the front leg. Inhale, bend into the front knee. Reach both arms up as you lift the back knee. Exhale, slowly lower. And let's get into your version of full split Hanumanasana. Noticing the difference between the left and the right. Making sure your hips are square, so keeping that right hip facing down toward the floor. You can fold over the leg just like I did if you wish. And slowly coming back up, framing the front foot, pressing into the floor to lift the left leg back up, three-legged dog. Pull yourself through to up dog and push yourself back to downward facing dog. And slowly come up onto the tips of the toes. Bend your knees, drop your knees to the floor and sit back down onto your heels. Placing the hands over the knees, over the thighs. Roll the shoulders back and down. And we're going to take a couple of breaths together. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Empty 1, 2, 3, 4. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Empty 1, 2, 3, 4. Place the hands behind you. Lift the hips up to the sky, pressing the chest up to the sky, opening through the chest. And release the hips back down. We're going to place the right hand behind the right heel and reach the left arm back. And we're going to do the same back and forth to the left and to the right. So some half circle camels, reaching the hips forward, at the same time reaching the arm back. Creating space and using the momentum. Inhaling to open. Exhaling to close. Inhale to open, reaching the hips forward, squeezing the glutes. Exhale to close. And we're going to slowly get into our camel, grabbing the heels to start off with, and we're going to unravel, lifting the hips, opening through the chest, opening through the shoulders. Make sure you don't relax the head all the way back, keeping some sort of activity into the neck flexors here. Squeezing the glutes. Exhale, releasing down. Place your hands onto the blocks or onto the floor and push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come up onto the tippy toes and walk the feet forward towards your hands as slowly, as gracefully as possible. And slowly release your head in between the arms. You can grab hold of opposite elbows into a ragdoll, micro bending the knees, shifting the weight back and forth, no tension in the neck here. Let's get into Padahastasana, sliding the palms underneath the soles of the feet, inhaling to reach the chest forward, exhaling to fold a little bit deeper. The neck is relaxed, finding a bit more space in the backs of the legs. Inhale to lift and release the hands from under the feet. Slowly micro bending the knees. We're going to roll all the way up. Head comes up last, rolling the shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift the right knee into the chest. Grab hold of your right big toe with your peace fingers. Inhale to extend the right leg forward. Doesn't matter if it doesn't extend all the way. Exhale to bring the leg out to the side. Reach the left arm out to the side. If you want to challenge yourself, you can gaze to the left. Release hold of the right toes and hold the foot there for 3, 2, 1. Reach the right leg forward and slowly lower down as slow as possible. Inhale, left knee lifts into the chest. Grab hold of the left big toes. Inhale to straighten the front leg. Exhale to twist to the left. Open the right arm to the right. And you can gaze to the right hand fingertips. Release hold of the left foot. Bring the left foot forward, hands onto the waist. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and slowly release. You should be feeling your thigh working. Inhale, Utkatasana, sit the hips down low, reach the arms up, and come up onto the tips of the toes. Sit down as slow as possible onto your heels, and drop your heels to the floor, then your bum to the floor. Lift the feet off the floor, come up into Navasana. You can either have the legs extended, bent, or even hold behind your thighs if you need a little bit of support, of stability. Lift the chest, lengthening the spine. Exhale, roll down, pressing the lower back onto the floor, reaching the arms overhead, holding into this dish hold position for 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Bend the knees, place the feet underneath the knees, the fingertips grazing the heels. Let's get into our bridge pose, pressing the feet down, tucking the tailbone, pressing the hips up to the sky. Keeping that rib-hip connection, you don't want to arch the spine too much. You can interlace the fingers underneath the hips if you wish. Or if you'd like, bend the elbows, place your hands next to your ears to get into our wheel pose. Inhale, reach the crown of the head onto the floor. Exhale to straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Using your breath here to create space in the front body. Drop the head down, walk the hands in. Exhale, press up again, squeezing the glutes. Imagine you've got a block in between your thighs. You want to squeeze that imaginary block. Exhale to lower onto the crown of the head. Walk the hands a little bit closer again and press the hips up. If you like, you can extend the legs, pressing the chest in between the arms, opening through the thoracic spine, and exhale to slowly lower onto the back. Knock your knees together toward the midline. Take a breath here. And slowly bring your right foot onto your left knee. Thread the needle and grab hold of your left shin, 10 fingers interlaced. Feel the lower back pressing into the floor. The shoulders are relaxed. You should be feeling a stretch into the right side hip, the right glutes. Slowly releasing the clasp and bringing the legs just as they are to the left, twisting your right arm to the right, looking to the right. Easy supine twist here. Breathing into the right side shoulder. And slowly bring both legs back to center. Let's do the left side. Left ankle over the right knee. Thread the needle, grab hold of your right shin. The arms stay passive. Feeling that lower back pressing down. And again, noticing the difference between the right and the left. If a side is a little bit tighter than the other. And using the exhale to release a little bit of that tension. Slowly release the clasp. Bring both legs to the right just as they are. And twist your left arm to the left, looking to the left. Slowly bring your legs back to center. Drop the left foot back onto the floor. I just got bitten by an insect here. And we're going to get into our shoulder stand, hands underneath the hips, reaching both legs up to the sky, bending at the knees, and this time reaching the feet over the head, pressing the palms down into the floor. And we're going to slowly unravel the spine vertebra by vertebra, then lowering the legs as slow as possible all the way down until we find our Shavasana. Feel free to close down the eyes. Scan down your body to see if you're still resisting gravity somehow, and allow yourself to release, to let go a little bit deeper. You can stay as long as you want. I hope you enjoyed this practice with me, and I'll see you next time.